Disney Pixar The World of Cars. Meet the Cars Part 4. Please check the description below if you'd like to see Part 1, 2, or 3. Now, just like Parts 2 and 3, I will have Disney car pictures of all the cars I have at my home from this part of the book. Alright, let's meet the cars. Darren Leadfoot, number 82. Darren Leadfoot is the last guy you want drafting you on the final turn. Known for suddenly speeding up at the end of the race, Darren is one car who won't let anything or anyone stand between him and the finish line. Inngas, number 79. European racer Inngas came to the United States in the early 90s. Because he won so many races on some of Europe's most challenging tracks, when he arrived in the US, lots of team owners wanted to sponsor him. However, one night Inngas accidentally drove on the wrong side of the road, coming home from the bowling alley. Luckily, his ego was the only thing seriously damaged. He returned to win the Piston Cup Championship later that year. Brush Kerber, number 56. Brush Kerber is considered to be one of the most consistent veteran Piston Cup contenders. Kerber had numerous top 10 finishes in the 2006 season, but a string of mid-season malfunctions sidetracked his run for the Cup. With help from his fiber fuel sponsor and an overhauled diet, Brush changed his losing ways. He also thinks his recent success was helped by his loving wife of 40 years, Catherine, and their 14 children, Hall, Brush Jr., Penelope, Jake, Marty, Willard, Ingrid, Lucille, Scotty, Wendell, Amy, Cassidy, Florence, and Truman. Winford, Bradford, Rutherford, number 64. An Ivy League school may seem like an unlikely place to get started in the racing world. Only a couple years ago, Winford, Bradford, Rutherford was grilled deep in physics books, learning about momentum, velocity, and anything else that would give him an edge on the track. His doctor and lawyer friends at the country club thought he was crazy, but the studying paid off. Winford is now a highly respected Piston Cup racer. He uses his vast knowledge of physics to cheat the wind and outmaneuver his fellow racers, who affectionately call him the Professor. Luke Pettlework. Luke was the King's very first pit crew member. The King's pits may have taken a lot longer with only one pitty, but they were done better. For years now, Luke has dinner at King's house every Tuesday night, and their wives are in a bowling league together. Next we have Gray. Gray always knew that because of his size, he'd be hauling cargo across the country, gas, lumber, maybe even steel like his dad. But he never dreamed that his cargo would be 7-time Piston Cup champion, Strip the King Weathers. Tex. Tex has been Dinoco's team owner and talent scout for more than 20 years. Sure, he's a smooth talker from the Lone Star State, but he's also a genuine guy with a big heart. He knows it takes more than flash and big talk to win. It takes loyal smarts and a lot of hard work. And Tex ought to know. He started Dinoco with just one tiny oil well. Now he runs the largest oil empire in the world. Dinoco Girls. Those 9 blue-feathered beauties on the deck of the Dinoco publicity tent are the Dinoco Cuties. They're the last dancers standing after a fierce competition in which the gals lived in a giant dorm and competed on television. On the final episode, Strip the King Weathers picked the winners. Next we have Chick's crew chief. Chick's loyal crew chief has been the number 1 guy to the second place race car for over 10 years. Through the good, the bad, and the ugly, he longs for the day when Chick will win a Piston Cup so that he will no longer be the second best crew chief on the racing circuit. Bruiser Bukowski. Bruiser Bukowski has been a part of Chick's pit crew for 10 long years. Before that, they were in high school together, and before that, they were in drama club together. Bruiser is Chick's number 2 fan, only because the number 1 spot was already taken by Chick himself. Next we have Petrol Pulaski. Petrol Pulaski used to ride with the 8th Street carburetors until police vehicles picked him up after a downtown street brawl, since being placed in a rehab program that eventually led him to his first assignment trackside. Petrol has become a role model for ex-gang forklifters everywhere. Chief No-Stall. A former National Guard rapid deployment specialist, Chief No-Stall takes no chances with his crew's safety. Known as the toughest crew chief on the circuit, he barks out orders so loudly that No-Stall race car Todd Marcus could swear he can hear his directions on the track with or without a radio. Next we have Stacy. Stacy works for leakless adult drip pans. She's a propane-powered forklift who likes living in the city and listening to country. She's no Guido, but she's pretty quick with a tire change. Tow. As the official tow rig of the Piston Cup circuit, Tow has pulled his share of battered weepy champions off the track. He's seen the top racers in their lowest moments, but he's always respected their privacy. Dexter Hoover. As a youngster, Dex dreamed of being a real racer, but a 4-cylinder compact pickup isn't exactly designed for the racetrack. Dex found a way to put himself in the middle of his favorite sport. Though he climbed the ranks from selling pennant flags in the stands to become a top flagman on the circuit, his caution flag pattern is a thing of a beauty. If it weren't for Dex, the racers would never start and they'd never end. Next we have Tom. Tom is a Piston Cup race official, but that doesn't mean he's not a fun guy. Sure, rules and regulations are important to him, but he also enjoys a good joke or a fun break now and then. He once switched the signs on entrance C44 of this stadium with C45 to temporarily confuse his fellow race officials. The prank worked like gangbusters, and everyone had a good laugh, except Tom, who felt guilty and reported the incident to his superior. Well, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this part of the book. If you did, you might enjoy the final installment coming soon, so please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications if you'd like to see the final and last part of this book. And please check the description below if you'd like to see part 1, 2, or 3 of this book. Thank you, and goodbye for now.